Peace, pre-select thoughts, back here with another video. Yo, shout out to my guys out there, my productive men, my guys who want to get things done. And shout out to my ladies out there, my ladies who want to grow the culture and who want to grow with their man. Let's get it.
Okay, this is new, and you're calling from New Orleans.
Yeah, and I called you. This is my second time, and the last time I'm able to call you. So.
Okay, how old are you new?
37. I made 37 in June. Cancer.
You're Cancer. Do you have any children?
No children. No.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm in a credit and real estate space. So fix credit, teach people how to get into real estate, and I got a couple properties myself. My
brother's grown. My brother is out here progressing in the world. He's trying to get it in life, Shout out to him. I do want to say though, with that being said, and with the shout out being shout out, my brother is not dusty. He came online unashy. You know how black people are. They can be ashy like a mud sucker. My brother came on here well dressed. He came on here well groomed. He came up here well litten. Well lit. I apologize. I'm raw on the mic. Right? Shout out to my guy. As we know, the black male image is dusty as fuck. So shout out to him knowing that the internet is forever. Right? Coming on here and representing well for our image. Black men, we need to do better with our image overall. Let's get it.
Okay. So, what's the update when you were here for the first time?
So it went good in the sense of I got hundreds of women that hit me up. Maybe about probably like 450, 500 women, give or take. And
450 to 500 women. Let's go.
Everything went good. I didn't get a chance to actually meet anybody. One of the issues was, let me tell you, so a lot of people hit me up, right? But their page is private, so I don't know how they look. They'll send me a message, and then I have to request them. By the time they accept my request, I forgot who it is, right?
And that's because brothers like him, a lot of women are interested in him, and he's vetting a lot of women. So if you don't come correct from the jump, it's on to the next one.
That was one issue. So like, if anybody,
and again, that's just because he has so many women that he has to filter through. So it's not like those type of men are being rude or being a jerk or anything, anything like that. No, his time is money. He has a lot of women to filter to with said time.
Hit me up if your page is private, like send a picture too. That way, I can kind of line everything up. Another thing, like, let me tell you. So, like, you got a lot of baddies that follow your show, right? The baddies that hit me up, bro, they want you to hit them like ASAP. Like, almost like an exchange back to back to back. And it's difficult because I run radio ads and everything because of the type of work I do. And at the time I had ran a radio ad, so I get people reaching out from your show. I got clients reaching out, and I got to distinguish the messages. So I work a lot, so it was just kind of difficult to do. I said this.
And that's what our women want. Our women want us to constantly, really women in general, they want you to constantly message them back and forth, day to day. And these men that work 12, 14, 16, 18 hours, they don't have the time to, here's the thing, and this is going to sound messed up, because they don't have the time, nor do they want to have the mental space to think about texting you. He's out here trying to conquer the world and gain the finances so you and the family could be set. It honestly, if you are with this type of man, a man of value, a high value man, I honestly think you should be the one to text him, hey, just thinking about you. I know you're out here getting it, whatever the case may be. I know you're working hard, whatever. I'm just thinking about you. Take it easy. You should be the one initiating that. And that would help put his mind at ease. Brothers like him, they work hard, and they work hard for years to get to where they're at. They need you to be the one to decompress them. Let's get back into it.
Like when I go on the show, I'm kind of delegated a little bit better. That way I can get to it. But the thing that'll help, like anybody who reach out to me who page 5 send a picture, because that way I can kind of line things up. Otherwise, it makes it kind of difficult, you know?
Okay, you know, I had a guy before that complained about the private aggressive.
Yeah, it's a big issue because I forget. Like if you say what's up, I request you. By the time you which is like accept the request, dude, I kind of forgot who you are, and I don't know.
I heard your explanation, boo. I was trying to confirm.
Yeah.
Let me finish. I was
2
saying that,
hours
there
later.
was a guy before that had the same complaint. I gave him pushback, but the way you explain it made sense. Like after you push request, you don't remember. So that's fair. Do me a favor, because I got shout out to my cousins. Let me tell you, I got all types of cousins.
Right.
And I do got some hating ass cousins. And some hating ass cousins feel like you have a green screen background. I don't believe.
I beg your pardon.
What the fuck?
I beg your
Yeah.
pardon.
And this is the low level of disdain for our black man. They think my brother has a green screen behind him. So they don't even respect my brother enough to think that that's his home. Like he's faking it for the internet. That's disheartening, you know? Because black men, we're working hard. You know? We're out here trying to get it. And for our black women, or the Kendra cousins who we know are cultured women, right, in our society, who are talking about this brother. That's our women talking about us. And it's messed up. You know, I'm being funny, but it's messed up. Let's get it.
Wait. They said I got a green screen background?
Yeah, why you keep cutting me off and let me talk, boo?
My bad.
He keep cutting you off because he is a man of value. And again, men, he doesn't do it on purpose, but these type of men, when they interact with women, women are naturally submissive to him. Women naturally fall in line, whether it be a front, because women are chameleons, whatever the case may be. So he is naturally in his masculine frame, and you're his woman, you're his black woman, you're his female counterpart. So him being in his frame, of course, he's going to try to dominate the situation. He's going to try to dominate the conversation. You know, that's just how it is. That's one of the downsides of being with a man of value or a high value man. They are the alpha. You can't be an alpha as a female and deal with a man of value or a high value man. So he is naturally in his element. And again, it's your show, but since this is how these type of men are, it's a natural thing for him.
Go ahead.
So I believe that it's a real background. Just go sit down for a second so they can know that this is background is real. It's not
Look at
a
that.
green screen.
Look at that shit for the goddamn Kendra cousin. You see, it's real.
Is that you on the wall?
And guys, I do want to apologize for this audio. You know, we're growing and building a plane as we fly it. Yeah, that's his picture on the background.
Yeah, that's me. That's me on my wall. Yeah, but it's not a green screen background. It's just really nice and really clean.
I thought it was nice. I thought it was really clean. But I got some. I'm gonna let you know. I got cousins that, I got all types of cousins. We family over here, so I'm happy you do that. So now let the conversation end. He live in a fabulous ass home.
Thank you. I appreciate
Simple
you.
as that. All right, so let's get into it now. New 37, Cancer, New Orleans.
Shout out to New Orleans.
Says credit and real estate, no kids. What's your zodiac sign? You told me Cancer, right?
Yep.
Alright, so now let's get into it. What kind of women are you looking for?
So the main thing I would say is a woman who comes in good faith, right? Because once a woman comes in good faith, a lot of stuff after that falls in place. A woman who's feminine, traditional minded, when you learn those few characteristics of everything else kind of just fall in place. I like the look of professional women, but it doesn't matter.
Shout out to my men of value and my high value men. Shout out to my pre-select guys. Shout out to my average men as well. It seems to be a general consensus on what black men want from their woman. And it's overwhelmingly femininity, right? The way you carry yourself and your fitness is interesting. Let's get back into it.
You don't have to be a professional woman, but to look like a nice, clean, upscale woman, right? That's my type. Nice, clean, like the women you see, the women you see in Lululemon, like that type, right? Nice.
I don't know what Lululemon is.
You don't know what Lululemon is? It's like workout clothes. It's like almost like premium.
Let me say, I'm bougie in some ways, but I am not bougie when it comes to workout clothes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't buy name brand workout clothes, but I know people do.
Yeah, so just like I said, nice, clean, upscale look, like I said last time when I came on your show, look like you would be with me. Like, I think I look clean, I think so at least, so I would just want a woman who just look like we kind of match, right? So just a nice, clean, upscale look, somebody who comes in good faith, you know?
So obviously you want her to work out since you...
And again, fit, feminine, oh man, comes in good faith. Yes, sir.
Since you have to wear name brand workout clothes.
Well, I mean, that would be good. I mean, I want to be here. I'm a middle-aged man, and I mean, we live as long as our women allow us to live, right? So what that means is women control how long a man lives by what she feeds him. So if you feed me the right food, we both work out together, shit, we can be here for a while. I'm 37, like...
And that's a fact. And men, if you're by yourself, you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your mental state. You have to take care of your health. You have mind, body, spirit, baby. You know what I'm saying? And when we couple with a woman, yes, since she's the majority, you know, she's the one that cooks, takes care of the home on average. Yeah, she has to feed you life, and you have to eat to live. But she has to know that. That's another quality that these men look for. These men of value, these high value men. What kind of food are you feeding me? And children. How are you teaching our children? These type of men typically either want to put their children in a upper echelon school or preferably have you homeschool them. So what's your mindset like? Mind, body, spirit. Let's get back into it.
I'm a middle-aged man, and I hope to live up to 100. You feed me right, you know, feed me right, and we work out together. So yeah, that would be good if she works out.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Deal breakers, I think nasty attitude. I cannot deal with a woman with a bad attitude. Like the last girl who was just on your show, see how she was like bubbly and stuff like that? She was happy, excited. That's the type of stuff I like. They got like, and I don't know if women realize it, but they got a lot of women, Kendra, that's just mean and just rude, dude. Like in your daily interactions, it's crazy. Like, man.
Black woman, resting bitch face, just naturally being happy and gentle and, you know, warm to your black man, you know?
One of my boys was talking about, I don't understand, like, women be pouting and just frowning, like...
Black women, put it in the comments. Why is that? Why do you all just on average and on on a day-to-day basis, you don't greet your rank and file average black man who you don't know just in the street with warmth, with a smile, with a hey, how are you, etc.? Why is it that you have that demeanor of repelling your man or men in general? You know, put in the comments. Let's talk about it. I'm interested to know. I personally think it's because you all, like the man, are dealing with the weight of the world. You know, y'all out here working. You know, y'all jobs, you know, dealing with folk, and y'all are mentally drained as well. But that's my thought. It's pre-select thoughts, y'all know. I deal with women, but again, let's have the conversation. Put it in the comments. What else is it?
So any woman with like a nasty attitude, a bad attitude, no, I can't do it. That it just kills me. It kills me. I can't deal with that.
Well, let me say, first of all, I agree. I think it really goes across the board. Nobody, if you thought about a woman, you don't want to be around a person with a nasty attitude. And that is, that's why the last girl that was just here, Jasmine was her name, She definitely has a lot of characteristics that men say they desire, which her personality being so open, so happy, just naturally happy.
Right.
Let me just not make excuses for some women that have the nasty attitudes. You know, they've been through a lot. They are bitter, and they have to find a way to release that bitterness so it doesn't block another person dating them. But that's where a lot of times it comes from.
But in my opinion, that's not an excuse, because we're adults, you know, we're adults and we're in this together. So you can't be bitter towards the next man or to your men because a few men that, you know, you chose to interact with, you know, scorned you, you know, and we have to talk about it, put it in the comments. But that's why therapy is so important. And that's why we as a black community, we as black men and women should champion therapy and have that conversation, because you can't carry that scorn and that bitterness and that experience from your past and throw it onto your men and throw it onto the next man. That, on the other side of the coin, black men, this is why we have to level up. This is why we need to unify. This is why we need to build our community, so we can dictate terms and understand that these type of men who throughout history would not have reproduced, they would have been a part of that, the non-productive men. We have to be able to build our community so we can either build those men up or ostracize them, because what they do is they come into our community. You know, these black men, when they, you know, grow up and they come into our community, and they scorn our women. They mentally scorn our women, sometimes physically, right? But again, on that opposite side of the coin, black men, this is why we need to unify and build our community so we can dictate what goes on as a whole. Let's get back into it.
No, I understand.
Well, see, this is, and let me say this, and not that this has anything to do with dating, but like, women should keep this in mind, right? Like, as a woman, and especially how dangerous it is today, the same guy the same stranger that you're rude to, you may need him to protect you. You may need him to change a flat tire, right? You may not speak to me on one block, and I see you in another block, and you got a flat tire. Like, at that point, you're gonna need a stranger. Hey, look, could you help me with my flat tire?
And so again, that's a very good example of when you on average have this low level of disdain for the average or the random black man that you see in our community, right? You may need that brother. We're in this together, believe it or not. And what I'm saying is, black women, you need your man, and black men, you need your man, but we're not unified. So black men, we need unification and community building. Black women, you need your men.
You never know. Like, that stranger that you're being rude to, you may need them. Like, as a woman, you may need a guy to help you out. And if you're rude, it just don't work. Like, I just wish that women would smile more. Like, as crazy as that sounds, I just wish women would smile more, you know?
Okay, fair enough. I think there's a lot of men that will co-sign those sentiments. So, I'm not sure where we were with that question, but does she have to look a certain way? Did I ask you that?
Yeah, like I said, the main thing is upscale. You know, I like clean women who look clean, right? The professional look. So you don't have to be a lawyer, but I like the way lawyers look. A lot of women who are lawyers, they look nice and just clean, upscale. You can work at Starbucks, okay? As long as
But wait, there's more.
you look clean, that's good. I can take it from there. You look clean, your mind right, you come in good faith, I can take it from there. This is what I do for a living, so.
Black women, did y'all see the two drastics in occupation? These men of value and these high value men, again, they're men of value and high value men for a reason, so they can, finances is a component of that, so they can pay the cost to be the boss. With that being said, when you are dealing with these type of men, you see how drastic that was? Your occupation and your money don't matter. It's your femininity. It's your fitness. Yep. It's your ability to build a home and raise children. Because again, these men have the finances. You know? Let's get back into it.
It carries over to my personal life. That's what, as I told you last time.
What about money? Now, apparently we can tell you do well financially. Does the woman have to do as well? Does that matter to you?
Of course not. Of course not.
And I just said that, right? I just said that. Shout out to me, right? These men, again, money does not matter. And again, I would argue to these men of value and to these high value men, money does not matter. However, those type of men understand that if a woman has money, then those men have the wherewithal to be like, okay, well, let's make a plan. Put that money away for the children, or put that money away in investments that we can have our 3 to 5 million when we retire. Not that, those men need it, but again, it's interesting. Let's get back into it.
Listen, the only time a man care about your money is if he wants to spend it. I don't want to spend your money, okay?
Shout out to me.
If anything, I'll help you make more money. I don't want to spend your money, so money doesn't matter. You can
Shout out to
drive
goddamn
live
me.
at home with your dad. I'm fine with that, okay?
Now let me ask you that. I know you said that scenario. I don't know. I never asked this question, but it's relevant to what I'm about to ask next. Do you want to share what type of car you drive?
Well, I have a few vehicles. I drive trucks now, so I got a big truck. I drive a big truck.
Okay, so you don't drive a fancy car.
I had an Aston Martin. I sold my Aston Martin. I had a Aston Martin.
So let's keep the Aston Martin in mind. Would you really drive the Aston Martin to a woman's house that's living with her father?
What? Bro, what are you talking about? Man?
Before I give my thoughts, well, really, it's my show, so I give my thoughts first. If a man has those means, right? He has an Aston Martin. Is he gonna drive to a woman's house that's living with her father? Absolutely, because those type of men will vet the woman, will understand the parameters and setting that's pertaining to her home, her block, etc. Or those men will just bring the woman to them. But again, if it's in the hood, I'm not bringing my goddamn Aston Martin here. But these type of men have the wherewithal to understand foresight and the surrounding and setting pertaining to the woman that they're talking to. So if that man, if that woman lives with her father and they live in the ghetto, I'm not bringing my goddamn Aston Martin. But it's a class thing. And these men can break it down. But let's hear what he has to say.
No, I'm gonna drive my truck to her dad's house.
Okay, so because you have multiple vehicles,
I don't want to make the wrong impression, so I'm gonna just drive my truck.
Okay. The reason I was saying that is because I had a friend who, I have a lot of guy friends that do very well.
Now again, I'm not wrong in him saying he wouldn't drive his Aston Martin, he would drive his truck. But men, put it in the comments. Men of value, high value men, about what I said about scouring the situation, understanding the setting, etc. And again, that goes to what he said. He would just take his truck, right? But put in the comment section, what do you men think about that? About, you taking your Aston Martin to your, a lady's house that lives with her father. I would argue, and again, men, back me up here, put in the comments. It depends on after you scour the setting, after you talk to the woman and understand what's going on, you dictate, okay, now I'll just take the truck, right? Let's get back into it.
And one guy friend was telling me that when I lived in Chicago, he's going to show a couple times Hurricane. He wouldn't date a woman that lives, this is the truth, he wouldn't date a woman that lives on the south side of Chicago. I did understand his reasoning. I'm like, why won't you date a woman that lives on the south side of Chicago? And he said, because it's dangerous and I can't drive any of my cars to her neighborhood. And I never thought about it from his perspective.
Bring her to me. Shit, they will never know I will bring her to me. Then the hood ain't got to know nothing. Shout out to the hood.
So I was saying that to kind of challenge your theory about
The hood is where I go because those black men are, who you need to talk to. Those are the men that's going to help aid in building the community. You know, those quote unquote Pookies and Ray Rays. Those brothers are talented. Shout out to the hood, but we got some community building to do. Let's get it.
You really don't care what his woman lives or who she lives with.
Well, let me say
Well,
this.
maybe you really don't care.
Let me say this. I don't go by women's houses. It's rare because if I come by your house, I can't control the environment. Here's the thing. If let's say you come by my house, I control everything in here. Once you come with me, you're my responsibility. We're together. So if anybody approach you, I'm gonna defend you, okay? But if I go by your house, if somebody approach me, you can't defend me. Unless if we just talking hypothetical. I don't go by women's house because there's a low level threat of violence when men interact, right? So if I'm talking to another guy, one word changes the entire sentence.
Yep. Send that motherfucker to smithereens. That's that little level of violence he was talking about. It's up.
Men were violent, right? Because that's who we are by nature. Versus women, I can't control that situation. I can't control if somebody approaches me when I'm at your house. So I very rarely go to women's house.
Yeah, I send that motherfucker to smithereens too. I was like, nah, kidding.
Very rarely. You come by me or we meet somewhere safe because, again, if I come by you, I can't control the environment. I don't know what's going on.
And that's facts. So, again, these men of value, these high value men, the guys that can pay the cost to be the boss, these brothers that work hard and are productive and have the mindset and the finances to show for it, these men survey women, their situation, their setting, right? And it's hard, and these men are at a distance. So to his point, yeah, he has the money, he'll just bring her to him. However, again, men, put it in the comments. If her situation, let's give another example. If she was living in a loft, you know, and in downtown Atlanta, right? A nice condo or whatever. Men of value, high value men, put in the comments. After surveying her, scouring the situation and setting, would you then drive your vehicle? It doesn't have to be an Aston Martin, doesn't have to be a truck, whatever it is, to her condo that's in upscale downtown Atlanta. I'm from the Northeast, so I'm just giving an example that most people would know. That's on the internet, like these popular places in Atlanta, right? Men of value, high value men, would you then drive your vehicle to that upscale location? Is my question. Put in the comments.
Fair enough. This was an off-tangent question that I just inserted, but I like the explanation, so you honestly really don't care. So back to that. No. What are you looking for? Do you want to get married? You want a girlfriend? What's your goal in a relationship?
Yeah, so here's the thing. I would like to be with somebody, right, and we make memories together. Now, the reason why the answer isn't so specific, because let's say, for example, my age range is 10 years my junior, 5 years my senior. So let's say I'm 37, so let's say 27. The plan that I would have for a 27-year-old woman isn't the same plan that I would have for a 42-year-old woman.
But wait, there's more.
Man, I have a question for you to put in the comments after this brother finishes his point on this.
If you're 42, you're probably not going to want to have kids. If that's the case, let's be life partners, let's travel the world together, right?
So you don't have to be a father.
I would rather be. But let's say hypothetically I hit it off with somebody who's in their 40s. Let's just say hypothetically. 42 years old, 9 out of 10, you know, you may, that shit may have sailed. If that's the case, let's just be life partners. I got some super adorable nieces. We can spoil them together. Or maybe you got a niece and, you know, we be the cool uncle and aunt. But a 27-year-old woman, I got a different plan for her. You're 27 years old, you can still have kids. Let's do the family thing.
Now, this is my question to you men, right? If you're in your mid-30s to 40s, 50s, in that range, let's be a little more accurate. Let's say, because he's 37, let's say 35 to 45. Men, are you high value men of value? Are you okay settling down with a woman your age that either already has children or don't want, already has children, doesn't want any more children, or doesn't have children and don't want children, and you as a 35, 45, you've worked on yourself, you've earned the right to be in the men of value or high value men society, right? These group of men who have to pre-qualify. Are you then okay with settling down with that said woman in that said age group who doesn't want children for life? Like, are you okay with being with that one woman and not, replicating your DNA, period? Are you okay with that? Put in the comments. I'm curious to know.
Right? So it really just depends on who you connect with. Every woman doesn't necessarily have the same plan. Life partner is the end goal, but everybody won't have the exact same situation, if that makes sense.
And the notion of being a life partner, rest in peace to the Godfather. And maybe this is a difference between men of value and high value men, because the notion of a life partner, and shout out to the black community, because we are as a man, as a black man, I could say, through numbers, through anecdotal, whatever, we are the most understanding, one of the most, if not the most understanding of all races. Because the notion of life partner is really exacerbated in our community, right? So when we talk about these type of men having a life partner, one woman, and for the black woman to degrade their men and shit on their men the way that they do, it kind of begs for the question. And it's a real simple one, but damn, can y'all stop? Shit.
Okay, because the woman has kids already.
So, just as I said last time, kids aren't necessarily a deal breaker, but it's only case by case scenario. Like, I live a calm, peaceful life. This is my real house. It's not a green.
Maybe this is another difference between men of value and high value men, because our late great dear brother already laid out what the majority of these high value men, how they operate, if not all of them, a greater percentage of them, how they operate. And this brother is saying he's okay with, life partner. He's okay with a woman that may have children. He's okay with, and he's okay with not having children. So maybe this is a difference between men of value and high value men, right? But our brother already laid out what the majority of these high value men want, and in real time we are able to see what a man of value thinks, right? Let's get back into it.
Screen, right? My house is all white, okay? I don't want.
And mind you, this is all for a group of women who think that this nigga is in front of a green screen.
No trouble. I don't want no drama. It took a long time for me to get here. I went through a lot to get here, so I don't want nobody else bringing trouble into my life. So when you
peace and pussy.
You date women with children, there's a potential of trouble because you're talking about a man and a woman and kids, right? For example, if you got kids, like I'm going to South America, I travel out the country a good bit. I just booked a trip to South America. If I want to take you, okay, then you can go, you got a passport. If we want to take your kid, that kid parent has to sign off to allow that kid to get a passport so we can travel. So let's say hypothetically the father says, no, you can't travel. You can't go out the country. No, now we can't even bring your kid out the country. So there's a lot to consider. One more thing, because I don't want to be long-winded.
So it seems like my brother understands, again, the difference between a high value man and a man of value. It seems like my brother is understanding of the ramifications of dealing with said woman. And again, this was why men of value and high value men, this goes back to them being able to survey the situation, being able to identify certain things that's going on between relating to that woman and her situation. He's breaking it down.
So let's say I get attached to your kid, then you break up. I'm attached to a kid that's biologically not mine. I don't have any legal rights. So you leave, I'm heartbroken. The kid leave, I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken twice.
Yeah, and see, this is and this is the difference between, again, shout out to my men of value, shout out to my high value men. My high value men, at least, again, because I'm a pre-select man, right? I'm pre-select like a motherfucker. But there's a difference between pre-selection and high value men and men of value, right? That's a secret society, right? Pre-selection is just being given God-given DNA, pretty much, right? Just being just I really want to say being a superior human, but yeah, just having God-given DNA, fit from a physical aspect, right? These brothers, it seems like the man of value, he understands, and this is why they're one and the same. But it seems as though from speaking to these high value men that these brothers are, it is what it is with them, right? And it appears to be the key difference, because you will never know those high value men they stay away from the majority or the average rank and file black woman or woman in general. They're invisible to them. And it seems like men of value, again, from me speaking to understanding the difference, doing the work and networking with these men to understand the differences. Again, men put in the comments, back me up. The high value man is invisible to that said woman or that said situation, and it seems as though the man of value is willing to, one, break down the situation to see if he wants to put himself into it, or two, understanding what's happening beforehand so he can then either make himself visible or invisible. But it seems like that's the key difference, because the high value men, it appears it's static with them.
So women have to consider. That's why I said it's not.
And again, put in the comments, high value black men, is that static because of, again, it's a group and you don't want the group to look bad?
Breaker, but it's just a case-by-case scenario. Let me know what's going on with you. Let me know what's going on with your kid. Let me know what's going on with the father. What's the dynamic? Truth be told, this may sound bad, but the better scenario is that the father just a deadbeat and just all the way not there.
What? What the fuck?
All right, now, my brothers, put it in the comments. We can have the conversation. I would say my argument to that would be, and again, maybe he will maybe he'll dive into it, right? But I would argue that wouldn't be the best situation, because we don't know that man's situation. He's gone, so we don't know what he's going through. We don't know what he does, So, and that's his child. So that man could come back 10 years from now, right? Because it's 2023. We have ways to find people. I will find you. So he can come 10 years from now looking for his child, and he might not be, the type of man that is civilized, I'll just say that, right? He may be on some wildness, right? I'll just say that. So I don't know if that's necessarily the good idea. And again, this is why high value men, and typically these high value men and men of value, don't deal with women with children, but this man of value is breaking it down. So let's get back into it.
That way, you date a chick with a kid, you can kind of step in and y'all go from there. But like if the father's involved or halfway involved, sometimes it can get a bit complicated.
Okay. I love that.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. With your attributes, anyways, you have a lot of qualities that women describe as they desire. So I love women like you come on to really convey what you desire, so now everybody can see. Okay.
Can I say one last thing too, please? Please excuse me. There are a lot of men like me out there, right? Men, consciously or subconsciously, every single day are looking for wives, consciously and subconsciously. It's just, do you qualify? Men are looking for wives every single day. There are a million guys like me. Like, nothing about me. There are guys just like me. I'm telling you, I meet them, I know them. I got partners who are very successful, no kids, no wife, or none of that stuff.
Again, because the numbers are out. Black men are doing well. The majority of black men are single and childless, trying to grow and elevate financially and mentally, trying to grow and elevate spiritually. All we're missing is unity. All we're missing is community building. Right? Let's get back into it.
Men are consciously and subconsciously scanning around every single day looking for a wife. They're out there. It's just that the woman has to be prepared to be with that type of guy. Because there are, I promise you. Like, as men, we talk. There are tons of men like me. Believe what I'm telling
What
you.
are some of the elements I can see, but just share? What are some of the top qualities that these men are looking for wives, such as yourself, are looking for in a wife?
Fit, feminine, cooperative, willful cooperation. Our black women are so argumentative with us, and they're so willing to and ready to bump heads with us. We want fit, feminine, childless, willful cooperation for a lifetime, not just for a year.
The main two things, I promise you. For one, your look, the way you present, right? For example, I'm coming on your show. Now granted, I look like this, right? You have to present well, right? How you present, because here's the thing. That's just like me. If I date you, my inner circle are black women. I'm going to have to take you around them, right? So if you look bad, let's just say you look ratchet, they're going to tell me, hey, what you doing? What's going on? What's this dynamic? You have to understand the way you present. When I see a woman, no offense, come on your show, right? Now, your show is international because when I came on your show, I had women hit me up from all over the world, every race.
Then that's the kicker right there, because the black man is arguably the most, or the second, we're in the top 2 most wanted men in America as far as from intersexual dynamics. So when this brother says, yeah, you have a dating show and it's international, and I'm a black man that's a man of value, oh yeah, we get all types of, those men get all types of women, all shapes, sizes, age, religion, backgrounds, countries. Niggas don't even speak, motherfucker, they don't even speak English, and they trying to lock this brother down. And what is this brother doing? This brother wants a black woman that can get on his page and program. You know, rest in peace to the Godfather again, because this is what black men want. However, it seems as though they are these black men. They want black women, but it seems as though that's not going to hinder them from picking, you know, a woman that's fit, feminine, cooperative, childless. So again, this is community building, so I want my black women to understand, you know, that you need to grow because you need to, help your sisters, and you all need to level up because you're black men, whether he's average, above average, pre-select, a man of value, or a high value man. They want you, black women. But other races are trying us, and I mean, goddamn, like you know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, what you want a nigga to do? Let's get back into it.
It doesn't necessarily reflect. You have white women that watch your show looking for black men. You have Asian women who watch your show looking for black men. You have Indian women.
See, I just said this, and again, on average, a black man, these type of men on every level, socioeconomic level, want black women because black women, y'all are the shit, right? However, your mindset, right, your mentality, it messes up your chances of dealing with these men, right? So it's interesting to think about.
Hit up every race and almost every country, all over the world for sure. But it's the way you present yourself. You must present well. They got women that come on your show, say that they're looking for a man, but they got a head wrap on. You can't do that. Pretend you're going on a job interview. That's the way because the way you present yourself, you're saying that's what I feel like you deserve. So if you come on this show,
and black men are saying no, I'd rather deal with Becky, Marisol, Anu, you know what I'm saying, Sheba, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like I'd rather deal with another race of woman who's going to get on my page than wait or then to settle for a black woman that I gotta debate with, and I gotta, be over masculine to water down her masculinity after I just worked 15 hours grinding to build my family up, to build you up, so you can build no, we're not doing that. We'd rather just go elsewhere.
International with a hair wrap on, you feel like that's what men deserve, right? So when I come on your show looking like this, present myself, this is what I feel like women deserve. I feel like the woman who I'm gonna be with, this is what she deserves. She deserves nice, clean, upscale shit, right?
And again, going forward, I'm gonna highlight this. As every black man comes on Kendra G's show that I react to, if they are dusty, I'm calling it out. Black men, we have to do better with our presentation online and offline. Rest in peace to the Godfathers, shouting out Suit Saturdays. Our brothers, this brother's clean, well lit, shaven, groomed, you know what I'm saying? And the internet is forever. So shout out to this brother, man. Shout out to this brother. Let's get back into it.
That's how it is when women come on this show. You must present well. So, and again, excuse me for being long-winded. You must present well as a woman. Secondly, be in shape. Present well and be in shape. The kid thing is the third one, but it goes because, some men have kids, some don't, but for sure.
The majority of men are single and childless, but I will say the men that women want, I will argue, is not, it's not as, up for debate as, again, men, put in the comments. But for a long-term life partner, I don't know if men of value and high value men will deal with a woman that has children. He tends, again, this has all been laid out, tends to want his own children. Maybe as fluctuating. Again, let's have the conversation.
Sure, present well. You have hypergamy going on nowadays. Hypergamy means that the woman who's in the cafeteria wants to date the brain surgeon. It doesn't work like that. That's hypergamy. Hyper nothing works, right? The cafeteria worker wants to date the brain surgeon. That doesn't work. That's different financial class and different social class. You must present well.
Look at Kendra's face. Look at the face. She like, you tell her, black man. No, the reality is, yeah, hypergamy is a thing. But the reality is all women want the top 10, 5, 3, 1% man, right? Those men, because I see what's happening here. Kendra's like, okay, well, I should get a man on my socioeconomic status. No, because these men, he said it earlier, don't care about your money, right? He cares about the fit, the femininity, right? Being able to have the family in the home eat to live, right? Being able to raise the children and teach the children, right? Being able to aid in his community building for our community. That's what he wants. That's what those men want. A woman that can get on his page. They don't care about the money. They don't care about her socioeconomic status. They care about the mindset, what I just laid out, all other stuff.
God, not necessarily me. You may not want me, but if you want a guy like me, you must present well and you must be in shape. That's physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You must be in shape across the board.
And look, you start deciding, is it compatible? Do you have things in common? Does it work? But it starts with appearance, basically.
Like you present well every single day. A woman doesn't necessarily have to have a makeup team. But one thing I like about you, Kendra, you present well. You present well. You take pride in your appearance. When I look at you, I can tell that as a woman, you take pride in the way you look. You take pride in the way you present yourself.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Kendra, she does well as far as her presentation, right? It's a joke. God damn.
But y'all know
That don't count. I'm not saying that a woman has to have a full makeup. I'm not saying she has to have a full hairstyle, but she must present well. No different than when you're in the military or when you're going for a job. When you're in the military, you gotta present well. You put on your uniform, your hair must be slicked back, everything must be nice and clean. Same way for a job interview. It's the same way with men. Again, the way women come on this show, that's what they feel like the man deserves. Like the girl before you,
And it is the same way with men. He hit the nail on the head. Shout out to this brother. You are what you attract. So if you are telling the world with your bonnet on and your ashy ankles that you're looking for a man, you gonna get a man that got ashy kneecaps and that's making $25K a year, right? It is what it is.
presented well, right? And I'm just using her for example. She was in her feminine energy, and she presented well. Those two things will get you in front of any guy. Again, nothing special about me. There's tons of me. You must present well. You must be in shape. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You must be in shape. Financially don't count. The only men who care about your money is men that want to spend your money. I don't want to spend your money, so you can be broke. That don't mean nothing to me because I know I'm a builder. I know I'm a leader. Whatever your situation is, I'm going to change that anyways. If you got a bad job, we're going to pull you off that and we're going to get you something better. You live in a terrible house, I don't care about that. Look where I live. You can come live with me, okay? That's what happened when you get like with men like me. Nothing special about me. I'm talking about the men who are like me. So,
And they're out there. They are definitely out there. You know what I'm saying? Hiding in plain sight. Like Clark Kent. You'll never know he's there until dun 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 dun. He comes, you know what I'm saying? And goddamn, and then Superman's here.
I work in a appearance industry. You know, media is an appearance industry, and if you don't know anything, I know that it's just the secret requirement of the world I live in. But okay, we're almost done. I want to go on 10. And again, I'm sorry for being long with you. No, you're good. I actually appreciate you giving. I mean, it's a cheat sheet.
Few moments later, one eternity later, 3 days later, 12 seconds later, 3:20.
I'm not gonna lie, he was long-winded. I had to edit quite a few of that out because that brother could talk. But again, he's in his masculinity. He's in his element. You know what I'm saying? So we can't fault the brother. That motherfucker could talk. That brother could talk.
This is TC of the woman that wants to date a guy that is of yourself. And I mean, you have a place. Like, you know, you take pride in your place. So I think it was great information for a woman who needs to know what it takes to be around those type of men. And I'm happy a man said it instead of me having to say it. But let's keep going. When was your last relationship?
my last relationship was a while ago, as I told you. I was dating a girl. She literally moved to Asia, and
Oh, I missed
that
that.
was the deal. I wasn't willing to move to Asia. If it was maybe South America, maybe even Central America, we could have done something. But Asia, I'm not crazy about wanting to live over there. You know.
I told y'all these men are worldwide. These brothers, listen, America where? Huh? America who? Nigga, what? Nigga, I can go to Italy, I can go to South Africa, I can go to Dominican Republic, I can go. The world is my oyster. So when I tell you these men, the world is their oyster, I'm not bullshitting. And it's what they want.
When was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
It's been a little while. It's been a little while.
Okay, fair enough. Now, New, what are 3 flaws you have to work on?
I can tell you.
Alright, I was gonna stretch it longer, but yeah, that's it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed another video of pre-select thoughts, the thoughts of a pre-select man. It is what it is. Yo, till the next time, next video, yo, keep being productive, man. Ladies, let's keep the conversation alive. Till the next time, peace.